Walk on, Grace, walk on. Hey, Don. That's how you reach over here fast. This look like the perfect timing. I tell you something, I want to hold up a crowd in a class today. So yeah, but deliberately come on this time. I want my real supporters, my proper supporters to be here for this conversation. Me don't want no extras. Me don't want none of the hater them over here. Me don't want none of the heathen them, the sheathen them over here. So this timing is the perfect timing. Guys, I hope the fan is not disturbing the sound, but it's bloody hot over here. It's very, very hot. Good morning. Good morning, Valerie. Blessings. Good morning, June. Blessings. Good morning, Raquel. Yvette, big up yourself. Yeah, man. We just want a nice little audience, a nice little comfortable space. So we're gonna talk up some things. We're gonna talk up some things, right? You see how the leopard that they asleep? Big up yourself, Vanessa. You see how the leopard that they asleep? Like up the life, people. You see how the leopard that they asleep and just a look for, no? Yeah, we just a look for the leopard and the leopard just a look for, no? Morning, morning, simple hearts. Blessings, blessings, Anita Brown. How are you doing? Yes, man, the sleeping leopard. The leopard that never changes its spots is sat there staring at us, letting it know that if you provoke it at any moment, it can rise up for the attack. That is that sleeping leopard. You see, just a look and just a easy, but the spots them not change. Yeah. I find it so interesting watching the dynamics of human behavior on social media. And as I'm off from work, it gives me even more time to be able to take it in and to really watch and really observe some of the stuff that I would have missed when I was otherwise busy. So I'm enjoying it while the time lasts before I go back to my regular schedule, right? But in that, I am seeing the hypocrisies as blatant as night and day. You see, when there is a common enemy on social media, unlikely alliances will form. That's one of the biggest things I've learned in my time on social media. When there is a common enemy, unlikely alliances will form because an enemy in common is a worthy opponent once there are numbers against this person. And it really takes a certain degree of integrity, a certain degree of strong will to be able to separate yourself from those unlikely alliances. Now, I sit down here saying, I may listen to a live this morning, people. What is that dead? I may say, look at that. Look at that. Look at the people whom were very much in the same cohesive unit, the same space on social media. We used to go after the same people, sing from the same hymn sheet, sing the same lyrics of the same song key. Look at what is taking place. Jacqueline, Jacqueline, what you say? Big up yourself, Kerry. Jacqueline said a long time she sit up on the wall and watch you and watch me. Talk the truth. You understand? And I am observing, and I'm listening to the things that are being said. Now, of course, I'm hearing a cry. The people want answers. Who will give the answers? The people want answers. But yet the very person, and I'm not calling any names, so I don't put no name in the chat. The very person whom all of this is centered on. Not even a look, I'm busy and throw shade and tell the rest I want to say. Uno obsessed. Now, at what point are we going to realize that it's all about tackling a common enemy? And it's not really about the person in common. You hear what me I say, you know? Listen the code. The person who is at the center of the controversy and the debates and everything is saying that those who are singing on her name are a bunch of obsessed people because she not even see them. Yet everybody is demanding that the people want answers. Which people want answers and for what purpose? The purpose is simple. It is to tear down a common enemy. It's got nothing to do with protecting the main character who is at the center of the controversy. Now, I have nothing to do with that. It don't have one, this is how I am able to separate myself from the unlikely alliances. Me not in it with none of them. Me just a watch. Big up yourself, Norma. Me just a watch and I observe. Because it may feel like a justified movement. I'm telling you guys, it may feel like that. It may feel like, yes, finally somebody had get to the leopard when I change them spots. Finally, somebody had done a rub and scrub him. It's about time him buck up on him right enemy. We can handle him the way the rest of us can handle him. And okay, there is a sense of social justice in that. And I am not saying it's not a good. I definitely not saying that. But in terms of the righteous warriorship of it, I can't justify participating or indulging too much. Because when I really look at it, if the person who is at the center of the controversy is not even appreciating the vocality of those who claim that they want justice, not even a look in a them direction, why the hell should I be beating up my gums? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I'm not about to put myself out as no sacrificial lamb for not a soul on social media. When I have an issue and it's personal, I will address my personal issue. After that, I don't know. Once me address it, I move on, I finish. Unless the person when me address it with decides so they want to rise. Then I have to handle the triangle. But for now, once I say my piece, I'm say what up on my mind, I'm say what I feel, and it's to do with me personally, I finish. But I am observing because, and I warned about this. I warned about this long time. But remember, say me and nobody, so nobody not gonna listen to me. But I warned about this long time. I said the more people you leopard, the more people you piss off out here, the more you're going to see a whole bunch of them joining forces to rise up against you. I said it. Exactly, simple heart, right? It's pointless, all of that. The more you piss off people out here in these social media streets, the more likely you're going to see people from different camps coming together against you. I said it. And it was a warning. And right there, so Sita at me right in front of our face. Because it's not hard to read human behavior and make certain predictions if you have a good sense of inference. Just like how I predicted that the One person who is the most vocal would eventually fall out with the leopard. I said it, and it happened shortly after. I said the markings are on the wall. This person is too independent to be controlled. This person has the power to manipulate their own platform, to lead their own path on social media, and does not need to be underneath the leopard's, I can't say wing, paw. And so said, so done. And it has become a key feature of the controversy. The fact that the leopard was trying to control said individual. All right, now name in my comments. I want to know. But like I said, there was a time when all of you were singing from the same hymn sheet. I bust up the lyrics from the same song key. And for whatever reason, there is this big fallout. Everybody gone them separate ways, but nobody can just go them separate ways and keep them kin. Everybody a fair real up. Nobody can just go them separate ways and say, you know something? Me not inna you, you not inna me. Never the twain shall meet. Because somebody have to go on like them big and bad. If somebody have to be bull, ducker and dopey conqueror, however it say. And them have to show say, oh, you can't walk away from me and not get damaged. That's pride going before the fall. Because you don't own other people's decisions and paths in life that they choose. Somebody can choose to walk away, and a whole heap of out here don't know how to deal with rejection. A whole heap of out here don't know how to deal with rejection. When people reject, you act out and behave like you don't have no damn sense. Lack of confidence and lack of security in self. Because when people reject you feel like say you have to come down upon them and you have to cuss them, you have to do something to try to stop their progress. That's your inability to let people go. So what you do, you create your own demons. Create your own demons. And those demons, when them come out now and rise up, you're trying to save face. And instead of saving face by so-called damage control, you're creating more damage. That's why I said at the end of the day, this is not a righteous battle. And that is where I take my exit from it all, because it's not a righteous battle. People are going to do what they have to do to get their emotions out. When it becomes a case of vengeance, the godliness of it has died. And especially when I look into the comments and I see who has jumped platforms to where, that tells me that it's an infected movement. Because said people who jump platform from here to there used to be over here, there, and everywhere a tear down the main character. Big up yourself, cutie pie. I don't like that. I want it. Listen, let me tell you something. I love social justice, graduates. Listen, I am one of, when you see when it comes to social justice, you will see HTK outside on the streets in a Sosa brazier and panty protest. If it's gonna lead to something amazing, if it's gonna lead to the right thing, me dead upon my teeth, upon my ears. But you see, if I see that it has been overshadowed, not by rights, but by personal vendetta, I have to take a step back. I have to take a step back. Because it is really important that we have got a very distinct and very clear line drawn between what we stand for and what them stand for. But like I said, when you piss off so many people, leopards with the spots. When you piss off so many people, it is not a surprise that people from all kind of corners of the earth join together in one common goal, which is to attack you. And like I said, that is not about righteousness. It is about vengeance. Because all these secrets, everything will come out now to the surface. A long time that should have come out. A long time that should have bust up. A long time everybody should be made aware of it. Timing has shown that it is attached to emotions. Timing. It really is about the timing of the release of the stuff that's coming out. That makes me question whether or not it's a righteous battle. Now, I'm not going to go into whether or not the information that is being released to the public is true or false. That's not my business. And I am not interested in investigating anything. Not my affair right there, so. But if it is that it's really about right and wrong, from the time you people were aware that the leopard had its prey in its mouth, playing with it with its tongue, Una should have lego the information so that the leopard can drop the target and run away. But it never happened. It never happened. You see, once I hear all those players being called to action with a common target, all those players, where some of them in particular, their entire operation, their entire focus is to overturn positivity, I'm out. I don't want to know. You understand me? Keep it on the straight and narrow, talk up the things, whatever, but all of that, That is why HDK will always trod it alone. Always be an individual by yourself. Because when I see certain things, me can't sit down in it and be a part of. There are things I will willingly participate in, don't get me wrong, and I'll show my support and rate because it sits and aligns with my standards and ethics and who I am. But when I see it going a certain way, I have to pull out from that. You knew that this person was busy saying about the key player, and as I said, I don't know, write the name in my chat. You knew that this person was busy saying that if the key player ever pass them place, what am I going to do with them? And you sit up on that for how long? I just want to know, is this really about pulling out the negative elements of social media and squashing it for justice? Or is this about personal vendetta? Is this about clapback and revenge? I just want to know how pure the motivation is. And I think that's a reasonable question to ask. The people want answers, but who will give it to them? I hear a lot of questions being asked of the leopard that is considered to be unable to change its spots. The leopard that is considered to be a big deceiver. So I want to look for the answer then from the deceiver. If the deceiver is the deceitful one. Make that make sense. If this person is capable of such lies and manipulation and is so hungry for a dollar, as you all seem to have evidence of, when asking such questions, why should the answer coming from the leopard ever be believed by the rational thinker? Because said person can say anything. Does it make it true? Does it make it false? If at this point the leopard comes out and retracts, you know what's going to be said by such camps? Hey, look there. Somebody pay him for retract. Tid, you know, sit there. The bad man them reach to him. Am I silly? Or I saw it has been going for how many years? You understand? I hear you, cutie pie. And I'm not denying that. But I'm saying that the person that they're demanding the answers of is the said leopard. It won't make a difference. All that I see happening in terms of the greater damage is people pulling up a dreadful memory for the lady that is in question. That is what I see. And that suits the agenda of those who wish to break her down. That me see. So in a quest for wanting answers, I saw we are going to just crucify everybody in the process. I saw it a go. Wanna tell me? I saw we are going to just say, oh, in a business, oh, I got hear this recording and feel hurt. Big up yourself, Lady V. Is that what we're going to do? That's what I'm asking. We're gonna just listen to all this being dragged up, and the lady is gonna cause you know, say she not listen to things, but eventually things always get to her. We know this. In our quest for justice, from the person who we say is the most unjust, and then knowing that if this person is at risk, because remember saying no, the confession is that the leopard said if the person ever pass them place and what the leopard are gonna do with the target, you know. So do we want to provoke a situation where that happens? Me no know. Me just ask. I always say to you, graduates, that sometimes it's not what our intentions are, it's how we do things, it's how we go about achieving the goal. And sometimes it's not the noise that we make that is going to get the results that we want. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself, power up life with Shelly Bling. You're late for class, don't mind. You can always rewind. Big up yourself, right? KK says exactly, HTK, and even calling out all the names. Hey, that's why I say I don't want no names in my life. I don't want it. But I'm just saying, take a step back to go forward. Breathe and reflect to go forward. Think about the effects of these things, not just on the leopard, but on the other main person and those affiliated. Are you achieving a goal that you think is going to be beneficial? Can you see such person, the leopard, putting nothing in writing and apologizing? Honestly say, certain people are conditioned for war. Honestly say, certain people, when it's war, them know exactly what to do. And in the face of a peaceful or a calm response, them not really sure how to angle it. So when you present to them something familiar, familiar territory, them already have the upper hand because a familiar territory this. It's not unfamiliar. A lot of you ask, why is it that HDK insists on using big words in our lives? And ray. You know why? Because the likelihood most times of my lives being replayed is slim. Because the audience now go connect. It keeps it uniquely to this page. So there are times when it is very deliberate. And then there are times when I drop the standard because then I want it to get out. Yes. It's really about how we approach this in a way that all of us can stand tall and feel proud that we have handled what we consider to be an injustice appropriately. You understand? Now, with all those contacts and stuff, wanna know the person what speak on the Leopards platform, wanna have them contact, wanna have them picture, wanna have everything. If it's about proving truth or falsity, nobody could be mature enough to say, listen, you did an interview over there, I'd like you to do an interview here. Step up and speak. Or are we too afraid of what might be said? I'm just asking. This is like Pandora's box. Opening up things that are painful to everybody involved, not just the leopard. You understand? HK, but we all need closure from the leopard if it's true or false. But HK, whenever it's war, he always goes to the victim to come on his show to threaten the person who he said can't come out and talk. Simpara says, but the lady is steadfast. They're the ones that can't be trusted. Junior King said, I'm watching from the front and current at the same time. Okay, big up yourself, Junior. Big up yourself, real talk. Remember, Diana is late too, but you know, everybody just catch up as they can. But I'm saying, opening up Pandora's box, pulling out what the lady has clearly said is her most painful memory on social media of the cyberbullying to which she experienced, pulling that out, dragging that out, is not just about the target, which is the leopard. It's also about the lady and the other people mentioned. And it's like we are willing to crucify that in order to go after the targets. Maybe in your opinion, you think that that is going for the greater good. It justifies it. But I don't think it is the best way to do it. Now, if it is that the situation at hand is false, it would be nice for it to be declared, of course. It would be nice for it to be declared. But are we aware of the leopard being this kind of person that will retract? Isn't it up to the leopard to decide whether or not it wants to retract? I can just see stubbornness happening and people not wanting to say anything. And people thinking that, listen, I've already apologized and made good with the main participants. I don't owe any of you anything. And that is a stance that could also be taken. I'm saying that it's one thing to say, listen, all of us are against slander, lies, bullying, people's family members being dragged, people getting told, getting what them call it, when them doxed, people's information being thrown out. All of that were the causes, right? But this information has been out there for time. Why only that needs to be retracted? If he starts that, then you know so it's a slippery slope because a peer retraction I got a ball out. His entire credibility will be completely undermined. Him not gonna do it. That me I tell you no. Me know them big words though, me understand. All right. The lady is not worried about the situation. And it's her mom. Why are they so all right? See there? That is what I am saying. That is why I know it is not about justice. It isn't. It's about personal vendetta. You understand? It's personal vendetta. And while I understand the emotion, and the emotion is wrong, especially considering the disrespect that has been meted out to some of us on social media, and me included too. But I think I just uno one because uno loud about it. Me included. So because of all of that, it's understood why people are angry, and it's understood why people are rising up, and it's understood why people are joining unusual alliances in order to get the goal achieved. But I am saying that it is difficult for some of us to even look and participate because we know what's driving the force. And if you have a certain standard to your name, like myself, you can't look on that and pretend that it's all about justice because it isn't. It's driven by vengeance. And I best not just say that. Now go put the woman mother name up in a no headline, but no justice, because it's not about that. And at the end of the day, the lady herself cast on the one side and say, "Uno obsessed," and can't let go her shirt. Because she must be so fed up and frustrated and wanting to move on from all of the foolishness. And everybody keeps bringing her right back there with these discussions. It's no longer contained to a little tiny place. No, it they are boats. It they are boats. You understand? It they are boats. And at some point you have to say, listen, all right, we are fight a dirty war. It's a dirty war and we are go for the jugular. You know, so I would respect that more than to see the lady's mother name plaster all boats. Hmm? When we clearly saw that that memory was one of the most painful. And this is my opinion, and nobody can beat me for my opinion. I say what I say. You understand? It's just the same cyclical stuff, really. You know? And I don't really think we think of each other. When we are angry, we don't think of each other. You know why I tell you all the time, HTK does not come out immediately. She takes time because sometimes you see if I run out, the things the things that I would say and do would be so embarrassing, disgraceful. I would have regret it. I would have come back and said, Lord Jesus. And I have done that before, remember? In my early days of blogging and so. I come out immediately and chip up and go on with myself. And I say, Lord, I'm going to get scolded from my closest. I say, listen, okay, we don't want to see you do that again. So you have to learn over time. You understand? Because we are human. But sometimes when we act brashly, it just means that we are forgetting the human emotions involved, the people involved, and the impact our behaviors are having on not just the target, but other people who really wants to set it aside and bury that. Anyone here thinks that some people are being paid to keep some of the nonsense going? But isn't it the same when she said, don't cuss for me, and everyone still say you won't do it, but we will? Yes. So why no? Even though she doesn't seem to be bothered about the mother issue, why can't we? Why can't we what? Be bothered about it or be not bothered, Ninja? Explain. Fully clarify that comment. Um, is it that you're saying that when people said that when she says don't cause people still do it? So no, when people when she's saying I don't care, so we can still keep going? Is that what you're saying? And I suppose that in itself is a bit of a what you call it? It's a bit of a double entendre. Yeah. It's a double-edged sword. You understand? Because yes, people do that and they go against whatever she requests and them tell her straight, so them don't care. They're gonna do it anyway, and there's nothing she can do to stop it. So yes, people are gonna talk about the situation with the mother anyway, and nobody is, she can't make them stop it. But I still think the discourse needs to be had that listen, you could have been fighting a righteous fight if you did it without doing these things, because these things are painful. And no matter how much it is that she's saying, I'm not bothered, I don't believe her. You wanna believe? You believe? Do you believe that she's not bothered? Because I don't. That is her mother. Okay? So I don't see how that can be something when not caught. You are more rational in your thinking more than a lot of people, hence the reason I understand you well. Yes, I suppose so. We bothered about it, and the man answers, yes, I know you're bothered, but you can't be more bothered than the people who are involved. How can you be more bothered than them? It's like, you know, you're more bothered. The person is saying leave it. The person is saying they don't want to hear. The person is saying it is their most painful memory. And you are more bothered and you're wanting to pull up all of that to hurt the lady's feelings and affect her, how she behaves when she come up on live and all them something. To me, that don't make no sense. It doesn't. What would the right channels be? What would the right channels be? I'm gonna pose a question. Had this story been accurate, what would the right channels be to achieve justice? Wouldn't the right channels be to present this information to the authorities? Wouldn't the right method be to take this file and to take it straight to the police? Wouldn't the right method be that an investigation takes place with the victim pressing charges and seeking justice and the full support of the community behind her who wish to see that justice takes place? A lot of people want to have said person on their platforms when it was being circulated, and nobody made such moves. Everybody just wanted it for content. I just did that. Courthouses in social media. I'm asking. And they're the one that would ball and roll if somebody put out their mother and pick me and all one so. Correct. This taking down of the leopard is akin to a drive-by. Many others will unknowingly become a victim. Just period. But me just pin your comment because that is a fantastic analogy. That allegation wounded to the core, and I believe she would rather not hear it mentioned again. Exactly. Exactly, Lady V. I think the leopard, if you say he cried peace, should come out and answer and clear that part up. Solely because it's he that most the most that hurt her. Why entertain the accuser on their page afterwards? And those are all very good questions. I cannot answer because I would have never be the person to do that. I cannot answer that, but they are good questions. You understand? But Jazz Period's point is excellent. The taking down of the leopard is akin to a drive-by. Many others will unknowingly become a victim. And, you know, it's almost as though this is why the emotive behind the grouping together to take down the leopard is justified by the masses who celebrate it. I'm going to tell you, it is because of this, because they see it's almost as though the leopard has the target by the throat. And this is why everybody is saying, what secret is there? What secret the man have? What did they? You understand? And it really could be just about plain bad behavior and the impact of that on the lady. You understand? It could simply be about plain bad behavior, evil behavior, and what it can cause. And just wanting to avoid that for the sake of mental health and well being. And there is nothing wrong with somebody wanting to protect their space. So it may seem as though the person has the target by the jugular. So this is why when people are saying, yes, so I saw bust it up on the leopard I get tear down, yes, so drag this, so everybody hit the leopard. No, Ray, it's a celebration and an enjoyment by those whom he have wronged. And while it may give all of us who we insulted some satisfaction, those of us who are thinking much bigger, much wider, can see the ricochet of the bullets in that rubber room. I've said that line before. And how many people are getting innocently afflicted by them. But she moved on from it, so people should leave it alone, meaning the people who are doing it to hurt her. It's like they never want her to forget. My thing, reverse psychology. Okay, reverse psychology. Finish your point. I agree with Ninja Green. Since the person is still around on the platform, she should um she should in good conscience admit to the truth. Bam! No, know your English grabber. If I shake your hand one more time, that is it. So that's why I said, why are they going to the leopard, whom you claim will never change its spots, to confess that's not the person? The person that you guys should be asking to speak up is the person who presented the narrative in the first place, whom you have contacted. Well, not contacted as in reached out to, but meaning that you have their contacts. You have their contacts in your hand. Isn't this the person who should be speaking? Then they spin the narrative and put it out there, even if it was facilitated by the leopard. But if you guys are saying this leopard will never change its spots, if this leopard was to retract or to come out and say anything the world is going to say, as somebody force him to do it, him get paid for do it, or bad man tell him to do it. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Either way, the memories are being played every day. Yes, yes. So why not demand a retraction? Clear up the lie. Yes, demand a retraction. Nothing is wrong with demanding a retraction. This is what I'm saying. Nothing is wrong with demanding a retraction or even saying come out and fix this narrative. But when they try to spin it that it is justice for the person's mother, not the person's mother's name all about, on places where the person's mother's name should never even be. I am saying it's not about justice. You understand? I'm saying it isn't. And especially as the lady not interested in it. It is about putting the leopard in its place, painting the leopard as not credible, showing the world that the leopard is corrupt. Therefore, it's a dirty war. It's a war. It's a vengeance war. That's what it's about. It's about making the leopard feel how it make other people feel. And I'm saying let's be raw about it. Not try and dress it up and make it look like it's some, oh my God, positive movement. Don't try and make it look like it's some positive movement because it ain't just about that. Hang on 1 second, people. My husband are calling me. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. So Lady V says, Ninja, she shouldn't have to ask for such. If respect and decency was there, it would be done. Ah, exactly. Nothing is there to be justified. They want Hammer, why you retract your message? They want the lady feel bad. I mean, I tell you, no, I tell you, I just thinking that, just say that and just a go beat and teach. Just say that. And this is not the only thing that you can say that this leopard has done. Why homing on this? Why focus on this? You know it's looking like I'm focusing on this because it's homing in on one of the things that made the Planketarians very angry. It's homing in on one of the things that really riled them up, and that will take all of this and turn them down on him head. You understand? Me get that. Me get that. All of them was friend. Why didn't play memory when them did friend? This is for their own personal gain. All of them are friend. All of them are the same thing. They all friend. Um, Nothing is there to be justified. People are just shamed to shut up. Okay, then it really don't matter if they're going to say someone make them retract. Yes, yes. He's doing that on his own. Every day he shows he cannot be trusted just by his actions. God's and time justice will prevail. Amen, Ninja. Amen. You know, you're very late, my love, Elita. You're very, very late. So I'm just saying that while I can see everybody saying that, listen, we're fed up of this. We're fed up of the treatment. We're fed up of the bullying. We're fed up of this. And we're wanting, this person to stop their approach. We want the leopard to stop. And therefore it doesn't matter what camp you are in. We are all victims of this. Therefore, let it be about the righteous battle that I would respect. I would honor that. I would say, yeah, but I cannot just homing in on this one painful thing for this lady and using it as a tagline everywhere you're looking um to take down this leopard. You know what I'm saying? Ah, boy, yes, yes, KK. Same so. They're rubbing it into the lady face because she forgive him. Yes. And they're basically saying to her, how could you forgive him for that? That's your mother. How could you forgive him for that? That's exactly what they're doing. It is. It's a slap in the face, really. It is. Even if it's being done in revenge, God works in mysterious ways to expose people. So we don't care if it's in revenge. And that is another point as well. This is what I'm saying. Therefore, there's no reason to make it look like it is anything else but. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. A vengeance time. Right? A vengeance time. And as you said, God works in mysterious ways. Even through vengeance, the enemy can be torn down. Right? But all I'm saying is that let us think about the main participants. the emotions behind that person that some of you claim to say you respect and care about. You mentioned that it is a very hard and painful memory, but yet it is becoming the thing. You understand? And it's one thing to address the topic, because if you notice, I'm addressing the topic, but to do it in a way that is tactful, to do it in a way that is considerate of her feelings, than to just a raw child go through all of the information and dash out the files, them and talk about the details, the gruesomeness of it. You understand? Even so, if they're cussing him, cuss him. Ah, Sims channel, yes. The person need to come out and clear the air because they're still on the people page watching them. Unique treasure, that is a solid point as well. I'm going to pin this comment, right? That is the person that needs to come out and clear the air. That is where the pressure should be placed. This is the person who came out with the narrative. Let the person clear the air. You understand, right? If they're cussing him, leave the woman and her family out of it. They are all the same as the leopard. Them have more spot too. Seems for channel said that. I don't understand though why the pressure should be on the lady to stop the individual when all of them were friends and they all supported him in those times. Like I said, when they rise up their own demons to torment them, the rest of us have nothing to say but to look and shake with head and say, could they? Look there. Look when all of you spawn them a come for you. You understand? And like I said, while it is that it may give those who the leopard has offended a deep sense of ha-ha, a ha-ha moment, you have to step aside when certain things start getting pulled to the fore and think about the people who it's being pulled to the fore about. You understand? It's a bit much. The biggest mystery is he entertained the same lady that lied on her mother on his page the other night, laughing and talking slackness. How is that possible? And like I said, those are great points. You asked the questions before, none of which I can answer because I would never do such. All of those are for him to know and for him and his audience to query. Likewise, while debating it here on HTK's page, debating it there on other people's page, why not go to his, debate it there, and say in the comments, especially those who claim that they are Plankatarians, why is this person here? Why are you afraid to challenge on his page? Why is this person over here? You understand? There are certain people that cannot come over on my page, even though me and them not have anything, because I know that their very presence would offend my audience. You understand? But there are people who, even though I know the history, can more than comment because I can see that there are changes in them and they have moved on from the nonsense. So I will never stop them from coming. But there are people who are persistently doing rubbish that I know can't come. It's as simple as that. So if this person has not made amends, and you guys have witnessed this person on the platform more than once, and you claim to say you are Plankatarians, why don't you challenge on his page? Fear is the answer. And can respect be earned through fear? It cannot. When people think that they're getting respect because people are afraid of them, just know that pressure busts pipe. And it's only a matter of time before those who are fearful turn their fear into extreme hate and anger. The people who say they care for her should not play memories, talk truth, because they're afraid to be blocked. But they love the nonsense more than the lady, and that's the truth. Look on that. Fear of being blocked, like seriously. So I saw Boy, oh boy, you see me, I thank the Lord for how I'm wired. I thank the Lord for how I'm built because from the very first time that from the day that that insult came from that leopard where I was concerned, I blocked that and I don't look back. Because like who cares? Seriously. It's only via other people platforms that things come to me. You understand? So at the end of the day, it's really what our priorities are. If the priorities are sus, the priorities are baga baga and robins, and that is what the people them love. Let's sit down there and listen to the lady who made the accusation of the person that's in the wrong go over go sell on our door. And the leopard is well aware of the fact that the masses are fickle, the followers are easily swayed. So he will continue to manipulate you and continue to hide things from you and still expect the support. That's what will happen then. Because that's what y'all are saying that he's doing too. No? So it will continue and y'all will just enjoy it. And that is it. End of story. Accept it and move on. But then don't expect that said leopard is going to turn around and give another justice that you're asking for. Wrong person you're not ask. Go ask the person who spin the narrative. Go ask the person who came out with the story to come out and fix it if anything no go so. But just know that in your process of opening this Pandora's box, you are going to hurt people that you claim to say you respect. That may I say. When that individual was cussing the lady, I didn't hear so much women come out talking against him. No, he's not cussing her. Everybody finding him disgusting. Where is the same energy? Bam. Good point, Roddy. But the thing is, he acts as though he's above people because he was forgiven, like an untouchable person, especially from her. Interesting. Guy needs number two, big up yourself. I agree with you, Lady V. That's the agenda. What Lady V say? How I see it, it's a psychological move. They expect it to hurt her afresh, and she will say something that triggers him to restart on her. Reverse psychology. Definitely. I see that too, but you know where I see that coming from? And I see that coming from particular so-called camps that are supposed to be enemy camps. I see that coming from there. I know that that is the purpose of them replaying that. I know that it is to both irritate the leopard and get him to be angry and say something that triggers her and causes that war to start again. I know that that's what they want, but I am seeing some other participants in all of this whose intention is not supposed to be that, but whose actions could lead to that. And I'm asking them to be wise. That is all. I'm asking them to be wise, be considerate, think about the impacts. If it's a dirty war, just make it a dirty war and done. Because when they don't know, so I go make on the money, I go get on the views with that, regardless. But this ain't no justice thing at the moment. Right now, it isn't. Yeah? If he didn't block me, I would have asked. I asked one day why he can't stop the Panda woman and he blocked me. Well done to you, unique treasure. You tried to challenge, right? And that means that it's on your part, your conscience is clear because you asked a very good question. And clearly he was not ready for the discourse. He wasn't ready to have that conversation. And probably will never be ready. Because remember, in our own teach we out here, a leopard never changes its spots. Anyway, graduates, I come out, I said what I have to say, and I'm off. Like up the life on your way out. Big up on a nice, clean self. Thank you very much for coming to A Touch of Class with Head Teacher K. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, big up yourself. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.